This lecture is to further explain on what is research paradigm. As you have heard from the previous lecture by Dr. Erna, there are four components of research paradigm. The first set is ontology, and then you have epistemology, methodology, and methods. Now, what I want to emphasize is research paradigm is often looked at from the perspective of ontology and epistemology. So if you combine both of this, right, you will form an explanation of what is your research paradigm. So as have been mentioned by the previous lecture, ontology means you question about the reality, right? What is reality? But when you look at epistemology, you question about the existence of knowledge. What is the acceptance of knowledge about that reality? So in other words, you try to understand how can I know this reality? What's the truth of it? Okay. So when you combine ontology and epistemology, it forms that research paradigm, how you see things. And obviously it needs to be supported by what methodology you used to find out about the knowledge and the methods. Right, now from here you will see how when combined the perceptions from both perspective, ontological and also epistemological, you will form the research paradigm as I have mentioned, correct? So I will try to explain in a summary on how each ontological perception differs according to the research paradigm. So these are the research paradigm examples: positivism, constructivism, pragmatism. But if you look at my other lecture slide, you will see that there's another one. So usually there's four, but I'm going to use three as an example. Right. Now, these are the research paradigms that I have mentioned: positivism, constructivism, pragmatism. All right. So let's look at positivism research paradigm. So a positivism positivist researcher, they view the ontological perspective, which means what is reality, right? They perceive that the reality is one single truth. Although they have all different researchers, they all come to the same conclusion about a certain situation. Okay? And then how can I know about the reality? So you question about the knowledge, right? And usually this approach, they have the belief that the knowledge can be measured. Okay? It has a cause-effect relationship between phenomena. Right? It is this philosophical approach is usually using if you look at the research methods here, they use numerical, something that can be measured. So it's survey, experiments, quasi-experiments to validate that truth, right? Now, from a constructivism philosophical approach, when they look at the reality, what is reality, they see that there are multiple realities, okay? And then how can I know about the reality when they question about the knowledge? The knowledge must be interpreted to discover the underlying meaning. So often the research method would be case studies or interview. All right. Pragmatism, pragmatism philosophical approach is when they look at the truth. What is the truth? Ontological perspective. They see that reality is debatable, okay, negotiable, debatable. It can be subjective, okay, there's no clear answer. And how can I know the truth? How can I know the reality. So that knowledge has to be examined using the relevant tools. It can be interviews, it can be case studies, it can be surveys, right? Okay, if you look at my slide on the research onion, you will see clearer on how all these different terminologies are interconnected together to form that research paradigm. Thank you very much.